With nearly 250,000 views and at nearly 4 years old, my StrikeEagle Gen 1 1 to 8 video is without a doubt the most popular video I've ever made. If all of my videos did that well, I'm sure I'd have 100,000 subscribers, I'd be sponsored out the ass, and it would be a great thing. But that's just not how the world works. I'm kind of hoping that with this review, it takes off like that one did and brings it all together. But I'm not going to hold my breath. Why am I reviewing the Gen 2 1 to 8 StrikeEagle? Very simply this. I needed to. I needed to know what sort of changes VORTEX made with this and if there are any real genuine improvements on it. Because for the price that this thing comes in at, around $350, $400, it has the potential to again be a very viable option for many of you out there. Again, only if they've made some improvements to it. Without further ado, it is a very nice VORTEX box with no real frills. Everything you need to know is on the side. And there's the reticle, which is a kind of hybrid between the one that we found on the Gen 3 Razor 1 to 10. And I'm curious to see how that's going to work. Anyway, that's basically it. The best thing about VORTEX, or at least these StrikeEagles, is the warranty that comes with it. So if you decide to run this over with a truck, you know that you're going to get a brand new one. Do not torque more than 18 inch-pounds. If you don't have a torque wrench, get one. They're very inexpensive, and I'll link one in the description below to the Wheeler. They're worth their weight in gold. Just to even confirm that everything is torqued down, they're fantastic. Anyway, very simple, easy box. I want to move the scope out of the way so we can see what else it comes with. A little cleaning cloth, a little battery, a reticle book, which I'm always fans of, because it's great to be able to use your reticle to the absolute maximum potential that it has. So there are some options for you. They mention both 223 and 308, which is great, because you know what? You might want to put this on a battle rifle. Study this booklet. If you have one of these, really study it and go out there and practice it. Because what the hell is the point of having something if you're not going to be able to use it to its maximum? This is just a general overview of the scope itself, how to set it up, blah, 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 VIP warranty, all that fun stuff. On to the real meat and potatoes. Right off the bat, it comes with the standard VORTEX flip caps, just like the Gen 1s did. The rear is literally like falling off, and the front is okay, but at least with this one you have to go a little bit farther. Again, for the sake of this video, I'm going to put those over there. This brings back memories because it's been nearly 4 years since I reviewed the 1 to 8 and 1 to 6. Starting with the fast focus eyepiece at the rear, I'm actually turning the magnification ring. You will get a very quiet and very smooth action on this thing. No sounds of rubbing or anything nasty. All the way out, we're going to turn in about half. Pretty tight. No real felt movement or wiggle, which is excellent. And for right now, I'm just going to screw this back in so I don't accidentally drop it on that. 1 to 8, obviously, we have 1 at 12 o'clock and 8 just shy of 6, so a little bit less than 180 degrees of rotation. And VORTEX listens, which is great, because the Gen 1s were a real pain in the butt. But not just the Gen 1 StrikeEagles, but also the PST Gen 2s, and hell, even the Razor HDs don't have a built-in throw lever. And what does it take to really do this? Not much. This makes my life so much better because they're usually going to put it in a place where it's going to be good for everybody, which is, as you can see, 9 o'clock goes to 3 o'clock. It's going to be out of the way of everything. It's not so big that you have to worry about hitting it, and it's just the right size. Why can't you just do that with every scope? This is already a big improvement for me because the last one constantly having to do this, doing the shuffle, and it's a real pain in the butt. This, excellent. Illumination on the side has 1 off and goes from 1 to 11. For something like this, I'm not terribly upset that it doesn't have offs in between. Really great action on this. This thing slides out and then pops right in. Slides out and pops. You can hear that. Fantastic. Battery compartment is pretty typical. We have the big spring on top and no real detents for the battery. But again, these things work fairly well because that big spring keeps positive pressure on that battery on both the positive and negative terminals. So excellent right there. Another nice feature is at least Vortex is smart enough to cap these turrets when you have a BDC like this, because you're going to zero it, you're going to set it, and you're going to forget it. And my oh my, I'm glad that they decided to cap these, because these are the most poor looking turrets I've seen in a while. You have this little disc inside that you can just rotate around, and there's no real easy way of lining it up with that little hole right there. Yeah, if you're trying to do it like that, good luck. If you're trying to do it like that, even that's a little bit poor on both the elevation and the windage. But you know what? It doesn't matter as long as this thing tracks well. So if you're an inch off at 100 yards and this is quarter MOA clicks, you have to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you should be there. So it gets a pass for that again. But you could do a little bit better. But it's fine. You are definitely going to be able to hear that click through your bones, actually. It feels very good. Obviously, a lot of play. You could see how much play we have, almost a full click of play. And I won't mind this as long as it holds 0 and it tracks well. Because, again, you're going to set this and you're going to forget it. Wow, the windage is significantly tighter than the elevation. Same click. And same basic wiggle, if not a little bit better. And good enough is usually, well, exactly that, good enough. But anyway, let's crank this thing down to 1 and see what she looks like.
Hello, old friend. What a familiar sight you are. But not too familiar. I like this reticle. Illumination, as you can see on full here, even though it's a fairly bright day, is noticeable. But that's still not too far off from the original Gen 1. However, I like the 3 points at 3, 6, and 9, and as you'll see as we increase the magnification very slowly to its maximum of 8x here at 30 yards, the image looks pretty decent. Good. Let's see if it'll maintain that when we bump it out to about 400 yards. And we're going to take our time. We're going to get there real slowly. Oh, it's looking so good. It's looking so potentially great. And then we're going to hit the maximum, and yeah, we have a soft image. No surprise there, just like the Gen 1. I gotta be honest, it was looking really good in the beginning, and you know what? It's gonna fall off. You're asking a lot for the glass for the price point. Again, just like the Gen 1, we back this out to about 6x, and you have a beautiful image. Now, the only problem with this is all those hash marks aren't going to be lined up perfectly because this is a second focal plane scope, and they usually set those to its maximum magnification. So if you're looking to dial in for those dopes at whatever distance you're shooting at 6x it's not going to line up. You have to do it at the full 8x. And that's honestly one of the biggest, just like, why? It's so close. Another reason why I chose the 1-6 over the 1-8 for the Gen 1. But we're not going to give up here. Oh no, this is still only the unboxing. The full review on this will be coming out soon, and hopefully it'll at least perform a little bit better than the original Gen 1. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and as always, see you again next time.
And a very huge thank you to all of my Patreon providers. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. If you'd like to help support the channel but don't want to join my Patreon, I completely understand. But you can still help support by using my affiliate links in the description below. Thanks again for watching.